Aries, we're going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Aries. All right, Aries, let's see. Whoa, oh, the reverse chariot just popped out, so, okay, reverse chariot. All right, let's see what's going on here. Aries. With the Ace of Wands, okay. That feels like opposing forces, I want to say. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, the King of Swords, and then the Moon card. Yeah, this feels like a push and pull of some sort, okay? Something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe even like slowly working towards something that maybe you're feeling like a little nervous to say or do, or I don't know. Let's see what's going on here, Aries. All right. Okay, Aries. So let's see. So you guys, wow, that's kind of awesome. So you guys have number 16 underneath the lizard skin, and then you have it with the King of Wands, and this is showing up for your current energy. That's kind of cool that it says lizard skin, and then you got the King of Wands with this friggin' lizard. Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, that seems like it's kind of lining up in the right way here. So that seems to be your energy for the week. So King of Wands, yeah, there is something that I think that you are maybe wanting to move forward on, but with this like underneath the lizard skin card, like this, it kind of, well, I still am getting that understanding of like a push and pull, you know, like wanting to go towards something and then maybe stopping along the way or something like that. What I'll also say here is like this underneath the lizard skin, like King of Wands there, like I even wonder if there's something here that straight up like has literally got under your skin. Like you might be feeling a sense of like vulnerability or feeling like, again, like this thing is like under my skin, something about that. Okay, maybe there's something like irritating or I don't know, something like that. So let's see what else is going on. In your environment, you guys have the Five of Wands here. So I mean, this feels like there's something that is maybe requiring a certain level of movement or different working pieces, okay, that kind of thing. I also feel like this is maybe the energy of possibly you needing to like test something out or try like, yeah, test something out. And I'm telling you, there is something here that like requires a certain level of like inner confidence or being like, I'm really sure of myself with whatever this is, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling, all right? I wouldn't be that surprised if there's like a little bit of like, or maybe a lot bit of like conflict or rivalry even or something like that, okay? It feels like high energy, but it feels like there's a level of, again, like either going through a cycle here or feeling a level of like, I feel kind of exposed. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So you have the Two of Pentacles and this is showing up for your challenge. So, all right. The whole reading seems to be this whole like push and pull situation. All right. That kind of thing. I kind of want to say you might be dealing with a Scorpio or you might have Scorpio in your chart somewhere. All right. I do feel like this part of this challenge has to do with like, maybe feeling overwhelmed or feeling like there's no way that I can complete something or feeling like, you know, I have this responsibility, It almost, you know what it almost feels like? It almost feels like being in charge of too much, okay? That's kind of what I'm understanding here. But I feel like with this King of Wands and this number 16 underneath the lizard skin, like, I don't know if this is something here that you are okay with kind of, I want to say like manning the show or doing a whole bunch of different things, okay? Or if you're in the energy of maybe trying to like juggle something or balancing, you know, something out here, okay? That kind of stuff. It feels like you're trying to like, I want to say like negotiate or I don't know, like tinker around and figure something out. So let's see. You have the Two of Wands. You know what I'm also getting? I'm also understanding you like walking into somewhere and being like, somebody moved all my stuff or somebody like that wasn't there. This was put here, like, I don't know, like, yeah, like literally somebody like moving all your stuff or feeling, I don't know, something like that. So, all right, you have the Two of Wands. This is showing up as your opportunity. I feel like you have the opportunity here to make moves on something, okay? Or to like, you know, I want to say to make moves on a particular plan, you know, that kind of thing. There's a lot of movement going on in your reading, all right? King of Wands, Five of Wands, and then the Two of Wands. So, all right, let's see what else we can get for you guys, Aries, all right? So, we're going to clarify and then we will get some more oracle cards for your challenge and opportunity. 2 cards fell out, but I'm not going to see what they are. All right. Aries. All right, we're going to take that for that. Oh, geez. Okay, there is a little bit of like nervousness or a little bit of like maybe wanting to do something quickly here, or trying to do something quickly. All right, there's definitely like that type of energy, maybe a time crunch of some sort, or really again wanting to just like kind of be in control of something. All right, that's definitely what I'm feeling. So all right, let's see what else here. All right, so okay. You have the reverse Eight of Swords, and this is showing up prior to this King of Wands. So yes, I feel like in the previous energy here, I think that there was something here that maybe you kind of released yourself from something, okay, that kind of thing. Or I even wonder if you were like, dude, I have this grand vision of something. Like I can kind of see like all pieces of this, you know, that kind of stuff. For some of you guys, I even get this energy of like a real like, okay, I'm like gonna accept the power that I have, something regarding that, okay? That could certainly be something that you're like, I'm not going to be a victim anymore. I'm going to set myself free from whatever this is, and I'm going to kind of like really take ownership, or I'm really going to like, I want to like go into battle with something, all right? That kind of stuff. That's definitely what I'm understanding. It's pretty cool. So, all right, let's see. In the environment, you guys have the reverse Hierophant with this Five of Wands. So, all right, it feels, okay, this just feels like there's something that is like maybe requiring you to kind of change the way that you typically go about something, or having to maybe adopt like a different like belief system or something about that, all right, a different perspective of some sort here, that kind of stuff, maybe in order to like switch things up, or in order to like spice something up, or to inject like new life into something, that kind of stuff, okay? I really understand this as like being done with the old. It's like out with the old, in with the new. That's kind of what I'm understanding with either a situation in your environment, or this could just be like, you know what, this is the new way that I'm doing things. Like I'm not gonna like be held victim. I'm not gonna like worry about, you know, I don't know, something here, but it's more just like I'm going for this. Like I'm motivated and I like friggin' want whatever this is, that kind of stuff, okay? That is what I'm feeling, but I do see that it's like morphing into like this like new way of thinking, or a new, I don't know, belief system, you know, something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. Some of you guys might be actually looking for something, all right? Literally searching for something. So, okay, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, let's see what your Oracle card is. So you have Resonance, and this is showing up for your challenge here. You have it with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles. So, all right, it kind of feels like in the past there was something that just kind of like, I want to say a cycle changed, or there was maybe something that maybe you were kind of holding on to control with for a little bit, that kind of stuff, or having a hard time like letting a certain, I don't know, cycle or something here kind of like progress into something else, that kind of stuff, like resisting a change, or resisting like going towards something here, okay? And I don't even think it's really, I actually don't think it's resisting going towards something. I think there's no problem with that. I think it's more so being like, I want to be the one in control, or this is somebody around you who is making you feel like I need to be in control of something. But it's interesting, this snake like on the spinal column there. I know these readings are timeless, but like, I gotta tell you, everyone right now is talking about like the year of the snake, and like going into like, I was gonna say the year of the goat, the year of the, then I was gonna say elephant. Okay, the year of the horse. I knew that, I don't know. I'm not sure what the heck that was about, but okay. So in any case, it's interesting with this Wheel of Fortune. It like kind of is like, you know, shedding something here, or kind of releasing something from the past, or, you know, I don't know, something about that. Maybe even, I wonder if there was even something that was like left unfinished for one reason or another, that kind of stuff, okay? But again, I do feel like there was either something that was brought to your attention, like, hey, this thing is changing, or this cycle is complete, that kind of stuff. And I feel like the challenge now is like, it's almost like trying to close one door while trying to open up another one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I'm feeling is like the challenge here. And I do feel like you have like a certain amount of like, no, I want this. Like I'm the one in charge. I'm the leader, you know, something like that. Or like, I'm going to see this thing to the end, that kind of stuff. I just feel like you have probably a lot of stuff going on, or this is something where you're going to kind of have to like, maybe balance, like we were saying, balancing two different things. It's like, it feels like one thing is like just ending, another thing is like just starting, and it feels like you kind of have like a foot in each door, you know, that kind of thing. So, all right, let's see. You have, wow, so you have the King of Wands twice. I didn't even notice that, but you have the Three of Pentacles with this. So I mean, I do feel like there's something about working together with other people, or possibly building upon a plan that maybe was already put in place, okay, that kind of stuff. But I do feel like, you know, with this whole King of Wands, like sometimes I feel like this can be like maybe overly independent or overly like assertive, or, you know, something like that. The Three of Pentacles here is more of like a team player type of vibe, you know, that kind of stuff, like working together with other people, that kind of stuff. All right. Maybe even needing to like listen to like one specific person at a time, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's being shown up as like kind of what to do here. And it feels like what is going to kind of come of that is possibly feeling more like, okay, I feel like I can do this in like a safe way, or I feel like I'm ready to like close that chapter so I can like really fully invest myself into this next thing, or, you know, that kind of stuff. All right. That's kind of what I'm understanding here. I just think it's going to require either working together with other people, or maybe even acknowledging the work level that you've already put into something or somebody else, you know. You have the reverse Two of Cups. This is showing up as what to avoid. So I would avoid coming apart with a particular person or a particular situation that you already are like in like a coupling with, or you're already like kind of together with in some sense. All right, that kind of stuff. I would also say like, you know, okay, so this resonance card, like when it's in like the out of balance position, like this can kind of indicate maybe being like out of sync, or feeling like, you know, we're going to say out of sync, okay? Because I think that kind of works well with this, all right? So with this Two of Cups reversed, it's almost like, make sure something is like harmonious, or making sure that like whatever it is that you're doing, there's like a level of like, okay, things are in alignment. Like we can kind of use this King of Wands energy to like get into the flow, like all that motivation, passion, kind of like having a set direction, that kind of stuff, and then really kind of like getting into the flow with it, as opposed to like breaking off and, you know, I don't know, taking a break or switching up a particular partner, or, you know, something like that, okay? I would also say definitely do not avoid like what your like inner thoughts, or like what, you know, what it is that like you feel is the best, or, you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. I am understanding that, especially because like this Two of Cups reverse, like I feel like that could also be like maybe not listening to your higher self, that kind of stuff. Again, this resonance card with this Wheel of Fortune, like there is a good amount about like, again, feeling like, okay, I'm not so much in alignment with something here, okay, that kind of stuff. But again, it could be that whole like vulnerability thing, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see. So you have the reverse, well, you have connection, and this is showing up for your opportunity. That's actually friggin' awesome. All this talk about like maybe not being in alignment or that kind of stuff, and then your opportunity is connection. That to me feels like you have an opportunity to like stay connected with something. So that's what I'm saying, is like it feels like you have like one foot in one door, one foot in the other door, like that kind of thing. So it's like don't come apart with something like just yet, you know, that type of situation. So all right, reverse Hermit card, and then you have it with the Two of Wands here showing up for your opportunity. So I do think that in the past you either were not listening to something. Okay, you were either not listening to like your own inner guidance, or there was something here that you felt like, I'm not even ready to like show this thing, or I don't want to show this thing. This is something that's like, you know, this is like a private type of situation, that kind of thing. I feel like that already kind of like was exposed, or I don't know, happened in the past, okay? There might have even been something where you were like, I have to come back down from like hermit mode and maybe expressing yourself in a certain way, okay? Being like, I'm going to kind of let this off of my chest, or I'm going to explain what it is that I learned, or whatever it is. That could also be indicated here with this reverse Eight of Swords and that King of Wands, you know, absolutely. So I feel like that kind of happened in the past here, and then right now your opportunity seems to like, I want to say kind of build on that, or at the very least being like, okay, now it's like I've taken the first step, now I can continue. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm understanding here. And there is definitely something about planning, all right, like, yeah, like planning with something, or making sure that you're following the plan, or that you're keeping your motivation up, being like, okay, I'm going to take another step. I'm going to take another step towards what it is that I want, or what it is that I am, you know, going for, you know, that kind of stuff, okay? Definitely understanding that. So, all right, let's see. You have the Six of Wands reversed with the Six of Swords upright. All right, so let's see. I feel like there is something about maybe having a win that you're just not really like broadcasting everywhere, okay, that kind of stuff. Or this could be the energy of waiting to show something until, again, something is complete, or something is connected, something is, you know, put back together, like something like that, all right? That's kind of what I'm understanding. There could also be something here where it's like, okay, you can work on something without the intention of like, I have to show this, like I have to like reveal what this is. Like this might be something that maybe is more of a private thing, or that you're just like, again, like not really ready to like show up to something, or to like, okay, so yes, that all might be true, but I'm also understanding like, don't expect everybody to maybe be on board with whatever it is that you want here, okay? That kind of thing. There might be something about that, all right? All right. Okay, I'm also like, okay, also all of this like underneath the lizard skin, and then like reverse hermit, like reverse 6 of wands and stuff, like it does feel like there's something here that is like, I don't like that you're either feeling like, I don't know if I should show this thing, or I don't know if I should not even show this thing, but I don't know if I should do this. Should I do this? Should I be seen for this? Should I keep like, should I keep moving in this direction? There's something about that. I'm telling you, there's something about like needing, well, you don't need to do anything, but like feeling a little bit exposed or feeling vulnerability in some area. I do think that that's showing up for your opportunity. Okay, I really do, but I also feel like it also is involved in your challenge, all right? That kind of stuff. Whatever this is, I feel like you're, have the opportunity here to get towards like an easier time, okay? That kind of stuff. I also want to say maybe if there's something that you're not able to like get up and running, maybe it's like check with the guide or check with like an instruction manual. I know that's random. That sometimes happens when I get like the 6 of Swords. Sometimes I get that kind of energy. So there could be something regarding that, all right? All right, so you have the reverse 9 of Cups, and this is showing up for what to avoid here. So again, it's something about like, avoiding staying in the spot that maybe you were like comfortable with before. I'm telling you, there's such a push to do something that makes you like a little bit nervous. And I don't mean nervous in the sense of like, now this is like complete like chaos, or this is dangerous or anything like that, okay? I just mean nervous in the sense of like providing like a source of growth, or, like that kind of stuff. That's what I'm feeling. So I do think that this is something about possibly avoiding feeling like, okay, I'm almost getting like an energy of like gratitude off of this, okay, that kind of stuff. It might even be like, hey, you have enough of whatever you have like right now, that kind of stuff. And it might be like avoid worrying about like all the stuff that you like physically have around you, or something about that, okay? There might be something in that energy to like avoid that in some sense, okay? That kind of thing. I think so, especially if there is this possible energy here of maybe like not everybody being thrilled for you, or something that maybe you're like, I don't want to show all of that, or I'm going to keep this thing private for one reason or another, that kind of stuff. There definitely is like some type of energy about that. So, all right, let's see. I kind of want to get like one more card for this this 6 of Wands here. So what is this 6 of Wands? The reverse Lovers card. That is so interesting. Okay, so yeah, it's like there is really something about staying connected with something here, okay? I mean, you have the reverse 2 of Cups, Lovers card reverse with the reverse 6 of Wands here. So yeah, it's like, do this. Like if something is not in alignment, or something like doesn't have a certain level of like harmony or whatever it is, I feel like it's like you don't have to show that until it's ready, or you don't have to show that because it's private, okay? Whatever the heck it is, something about that. But I'll tell you one thing, this card, this spread rather, is like all about like what you are aligned to, or what feels kind of strange right now, like, oh, that doesn't really feel like it's in alignment. But you know something, this underneath the lizard skin, number 16, like that, in the tarot, 16 is the Tower. We need the Tower, especially when something is like not aligned, that kind of stuff. Like that kind of like gives us the ability to have something that is more in line with whatever it is that we want, and we can start like really kind of like building upon that. Aries, I feel like this is like a serious reading. I don't know why, but I don't know. That's the energy that I'm understanding here. So, all right. That was a really short reading. Sorry about that, Aries. I hope this made sense and was helpful, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.